Hello. Hello, everybody. I missed you a lot. I'm back. This is kind of impromptu. I wasn't planning on coming on this morning, but here I am. And I'm so glad to be back. So glad, so glad. I had a great time, but I have been sick all week. I still don't feel my best. I still don't look my best, I'm sure. Oh my goodness. We'll wait and see if anybody pops on here. It's been so long since I've been on that I'm afraid people have forgotten about me. I didn't even brush my hair. I'm sure I look just beautiful. I do have new teeth though. I can smile. I can smile. Oh my goodness. My studio is a complete mess, as usual. I think I say that every time. And I'm still a little stuffy. I felt flu-like the first couple of days, and then the past 3 days, I just felt like I've been getting over a cold. So I don't know if I got sick on the ship or I don't know. It had to have been. We got back Sunday and I felt terrible, terrible Sunday. I even ended up coming home a night early. That's how bad I felt. I had to try to find someone to give me a ride to drive to Miami to pick me up. And that's like a 5.5 hour trip. And I slept the whole way back. And then I slept for 2 days after that. Didn't eat. Didn't have a cigarette. Didn't walk my dog. I had someone taking care of him still. But yeah, I felt really bad. Like I do feel better now, but I'm still stuffy. Stuffy. The cruise was fun for the most part. There were, I think they counted 42 people that went. I think I met about half of them, maybe a little more than half. I knew some of them. I mean, I didn't know them in person, but um, from the chats and stuff. So, yeah, half of the people weren't around very much. I think because there's smokers and non-smokers, and so of course the smokers kind of grouped together because we were always on the smoking deck, cutting up and smoking. We had a great time. Great time. Hi, Sophia. Yes, I did not Actually, I didn't go on any excursions because I didn't have the money to, but it was also so hot on those islands, and a couple people got sunstroke and um, sick. The very first excursion that was in Aruba. I think that they said it was like 104 or something like that. And then after that, I can't remember the name of the place we went after that. It started with the C. I'm terrible. Um, I didn't. Let's see. I didn't get. Did I get off the boat in Aruba? I didn't get off the boat in Aruba. I got off the boat in Carousel. I think that's how you say it. That was the next day, but I didn't get off until it was dark. So it was a lot cooler, and I was only off for about 15 minutes, long enough to go to the drugstore and pick up a box of Q-tips because I ran out of Q-tips. And then we went to the Dominican Republic the next 2 days. The first port was Amber Cove, and I got off there, and it was just very hot again. But I managed. I only stayed off for about an hour, and I bought a nice cigar, and I bought Aaron a real nice cigar for his birthday because it was his birthday on Sunday, the day we got back, and he met us at the hotel. So I wanted to have a present for him, and of course, that was the day I was so sick that I sang happy birthday, and I filmed the lighting of the candles and stuff, but I was like behind everybody. So I didn't get any good pictures. I got a couple of good pictures and some video. The first night before we left for the cruise, and I got some good videos of the free winds and some of the activity that we saw going on that little vessel, that little evil vessel. It was terrible. I'll tell you all about that another time. There were kids there, just to fill you in. Yeah, a lot of people were very upset. There was a whole group of us, the smokers group, right before we were about to leave port. We wanted a group picture in front of the boat. Now, we couldn't get near the free winds once we were down on the ground off of the ship. I didn't try to get close, but they were kept away from the free winds to protest. Anybody that wanted to protest or say anything, they were too scared. I would have been scared too because, Scientology is so famous for paying off the popo, and we didn't know the laws there. I was yelling, "It's a cult! Don't do it! Don't do it! It's a cult!" But the wind was blowing my direction, so I don't think anybody could hear what I was saying. A lot of people on our ship asked questions about the free winds, and we had a chance to tell a lot of people what was going on. So that was good. And let's see, a lot of late nights for some of us because some of us are night owls no matter where we are. Uh, I think Cricket was the latest night owl, though. I think she stayed up later than anybody on most nights. I'm pretty sure. I'm not positive, but um, I couldn't hang that much. And I did get a lot of rest, though. I was surprised, but the cabins were so dark um, that it made it real easy to sleep. And I ended up getting along with. I had two roommates because we had a balcony cabin, and four people could have slept in there, but there was only three of us, and we ended up getting along very well. So that worked out good. And the only thing I was a little upset about was my wheelchair would not fit through the door, the cabin door. So if I wanted my wheelchair in the room, I had to stand up, take the cushions off, fold it up, roll it through, then open it back up. And so I ended up leaving it in the hallway a lot, especially if I wasn't going to be in the room for very long. But I would never pay for a balcony room again. I did not go out on the balcony once. And the blinds were drawn a lot because it kept the room cooler. So you didn't really get to see the water that much from the room. I don't know. For the extra, I don't know. I think I paid extra $300 or $400. I got talked into it. I would never do that again. Never. It's not worth it. Plus, the accessible rooms are bigger, so there would have been more room for everybody had we kept to the original plan. But I'm not complaining. I just would never do it again. Pay the extra money. Um, I sold some jewelry, which was nice. That way I was able to buy a couple of souvenirs, and I went to the casino twice, um, one night and then maybe three times. One night, and all I lost was $40, but still, that was $40. And, I always kick myself for losing any money, but um, then walking through a couple of times, I think I played a couple of poker machines and lost that money too. But all in all, I think I only lost $60. So that wasn't too bad. Um, I was able to buy a cocktail whenever I felt like having one, and I drank more on that cruise than I have had in a year. And I didn't even drink every day. I think the first day I got a rum punch, and when we first got on the boat, and it lasted like into my third day, I still had some of it in my thermos. They were so strong. And then the night I went to the piano bar and met up with Cricket and Don Gloves, That was quite a night for them. I had fun too, but I think I did 2 shots, maybe 3. And then after that, I might have had 1 more or 2 more rum punches, the whole week. So, but each drink was like close to, I don't know, 13, 14, or $15. It was crazy. So, if you're a heavy drinker, it's definitely worth getting the liquor package. But you get 15 drinks a day with that package. And I think most people had a hard time drinking 15 a day. I think Cricket says she hit she hit the limit. I heard her say it 1 time, maybe 2 times she did, but she came awfully close a lot of times. She was feeling no pain, and she's happy, a happy little camper when she's having her cocktails. She's funny as hell. She says some funny things. She comes up with some great one-liners. Let's see what else. The food. There was so much food. Of course, I had just gotten my teeth, fit with my temporary denture the week before, so my mouth was so sore, and it was a real bummer not being able to eat most of the food. I had to take my teeth out every time I wanted to eat because the first day I thought my dentist had told me I would be able to eat with these. I mean, I'm sure he did, but I tried and it hurt so bad that for about 3 days I could barely keep my teeth in when I wasn't eating. But there was food all hours. I mean, I think you could get up until 4 a.m. you could get a pizza. And then I think the buffet opened like at 6, so there was only like a 2-hour period where there was no food available. And it was all good. And the food in the dining area was really good. They always had the buffet, but you could also go to the main dining area for dinner. And so there was a group of us, a lot of the same people went to dinner each night. The smokers usually went together, and we didn't see the non-smokers very much. But yeah, all that food was good. You could order as much as you want. And there were people that ordered more than one entree and more than one dessert. And I mean, there was all kinds and all sizes of people there. Um, I got along with everybody. There were a couple of people that um, didn't have the best, how shall I say it, social graces. But I mean, they didn't bother me. Of course, they weren't my roommates either. A couple of people got some really bad roommates, and I really felt bad for a couple of the people. Um, but all in all, it worked out okay. We had a lot of laughs, and not at too many people's expenses. I mean, we weren't real mean or anything, but if something was funny, it was funny, and we'd laugh. Let me tell you, Pam Fredette is such a riot. She is a hoot. She is hilarious. She is one of my favorite people that I met. She kept us rolling. I mean, my stomach hurt because she made me laugh so much. And then there was several people that um, people knew, from the chats, but I have become such a lurker towards the end, like the last few months, that I didn't recognize, excuse me, a lot of the names of people that were there, and but they would say, "Oh, that's so and so in the chat," and "That's so and so in the chat." They would introduce themselves by their real name, but also by their chat name, and I met some really nice new people, new to me, and I'm going to be getting together with a certain group of these people, and we're going to try to have a game night, and I have some other things planned, and I have new plans for my channel too, because I just don't like my channel. I don't like how it's like. I just don't like it. So I have a whole new plan, and I started writing out the plan for it, which I'm going to announce, I guess, later on or tomorrow. I'll change my description. I'm going to change the name again. Yep. So it will be my third channel name. It's going to be kind of the same, but I've got to do something, because I like having a channel and doing art and stuff. And I think I have come up with something that is not out there yet. So I want to grab it up and do it before someone else decides to do it. It does have to do with art. And I'm going to keep the SPTV Never Ends name, but I don't think I'm keeping the artology part. I'm adding something else. Anyway, after I finish writing down my plan and write up a description about it, I will try to make a big announcement somehow on the community page. Although I don't think my announcements get out to too many people, but hopefully that's all going to change. I don't think I've lost it. I was too afraid to look at my analytics all week. I was afraid I was going to come home and with like 200 or 300 less subscribers and all kinds of bad stuff. But I'm about where where I was when I left. So that makes me happy. I still am not at 1,000 subscribers, and I've had this channel since the end of January, so I don't know what's going on. That just tells me my content sucks. So maybe I'll hit something with this new idea that I have. Since I can't go protest, the house did not sell while I was gone. And actually, I think only one person came to look at it. So I didn't think it was going to sell very fast. It's not a seller's market right now, if you ask me. But we still are planning on moving to Arizona. And there's a couple of people that live in Arizona and California and around Las Vegas that I will get to go protest with and hook up with and meet once I do move there. I'm always looking for my lighter, aren't I? Anyway, what else? They had I don't know if any of y'all have been on a cruise, but there was so much energy on that cruise. I mean, the whole crew was wonderful. The cruise director, Keegan, he had almost too much energy. They did have like a Family Feud night, and they had other game nights and stuff. Some of them I watched, like from afar some nights, and they were hilarious. It was so funny. We never made it to a comedy show, though. We just never could make it to a comedy show. And there was like 3 a night. 2 of them were like PG rated. So we always wanted to go to the R showing, but by the time 9:45 at night came around, we had forgotten about it, or something else was happening, and I don't know. It was crazy. We never could get it together. Not a lot of us dressed up, and a lot of us brought formal wear. Like there were 2 nights that I forget what they were called. Not dress up night, something night. Anyway, the first night was like the second night on the boat, and that was just too soon. But a lot of the other passengers sure did dress up, and they were pretty fancy. And then another night was, I think it was Friday night, and I dressed up, but no one else in our group did. And I didn't care. I went to dinner and It wasn't a real fancy floral, but a nice dress. And then one night we had white night, where you dress up in white and you take your own headphones and you go down to the Lido deck, which is where they show movies, and it's where one of the pools is, and they have a huge dance floor if they move the lounge chairs out the way. And so you wear headphones and you wear white, and everybody's dancing to their own music. You can't hear anybody else's music, you can only hear your own. So I didn't go to it, but I heard it was kind of crazy. Everybody dancing to their own tune. And they did have a Motown night. I didn't see that many Motown costumes, but they did have an 80s rock and roll night, and you saw a lot of people dressed up like Madonna. And they played all the music from that era. It was pretty funny. I mean, and that place was packed for 80s night. It was ridiculously crowded. But and another good thing, they served ice cream almost 24 hours a day. You could get, it was soft serve, frozen yogurt or real ice cream. It was only chocolate or vanilla, but chocolate's what I like anyway. But you could go get ice cream anytime you wanted. It was so good. And thank goodness, because the way my teeth hurt, if they would have had ice cream, I don't know what I would have done. Oh my goodness. Cigarettes were a lot cheaper. I got a carton of Camel Crushes at the duty free shop for $60. I think that's about half price. I'm not sure, but I wouldn't have gotten them except I ran out. I was a pack short of cigarettes, and I couldn't go a whole night and the next day without cigarettes, so I had to buy a carton. They wouldn't let you just buy a pack. So I went ahead and got the Camels for $60. The kind I smoke in Florida only costs $40 a carton. So even though I paid half price for Camels, I paid $20 more a carton than what I usually pay. But they are better cigarettes, but they do burn faster because they're shorter. I'm not complaining, believe me. I didn't need my seasickness medicine. I didn't hear of anybody getting motion sickness. It did rain a couple times, but not rain. It like sprinkled. No one had to have an umbrella or put a raincoat on or anything like that. We just moved our chairs underneath the overhang, so we didn't get wet. But it never rained. We saw some lightning storms a couple of times in the distance, and there's crazy little birds that live on that ship, because at nighttime they would come out and you could see a ton of little birds flying all around, like the top of the ship, and They would go out over the water, but they were nowhere near land. So we knew that they had to live on the ship because birds just don't live over water. You know, they have to have somewhere to land. And yeah, there was a lot of little birds, and some of them were real pretty. Little yellow faces with black. I don't know. Um, Trying to think what else. I did not take my electric wheelchair with me, thank goodness, because I didn't need it. I did roll a lot though. I did use my arms a lot to get around that ship. That is a big ship. There are a lot of elevators though, and I think the people that were on scooters, I mean, I saw a few, but I never got caught behind any, or none of the scooters ever got in my way. I thought there would be more electric scooters than there were. Most of them had 3 wheels, and so they were kind of small. But mine has 4 wheels, and it would have been way too big to be on that ship. I would have had a hard time fitting through most of the bathroom doors and stuff like that. So I'm glad I didn't take mine. It would have been nice to have once, we got to get off the boat and go shopping. If I would have had my scooter, I would have probably gone a lot further around the islands than I did, just to investigate. A lot of people did the zip line. They said that was great. The snorkeling, they said, was wonderful. All the fish and coral that they got to see. The water was absolutely beautiful. Now, when I was younger, I went to Hawaii, and the water there was such a deep blue that it was purple. It was the most amazing color water I had ever seen. And the water where we went was beautiful also, but I never did see that deep purple color like I did in Hawaii. I saw some awesome shades of blue that were mind-blowing, but I didn't see the purple. And yeah, the water was just beautifully clear, and just clean looking. The beaches, I must say, I didn't get up close, but from a distance, the sand did not look near as pretty as the sugar white beaches that they have in Destin, Florida. That's on the Gulf side of Florida. They call it the Emerald Coast because the water is the color of emeralds, and they have sugar white sand beaches. And I did not see any of the sugar white sand like I have seen in Florida. not very many places in Florida, but in Destin, Florida, up by Panama City, in between Pensacola and Panama City Beach. It's the most beautiful white, real fine, clean, sandy beaches that I think I've ever seen. I've been to Cabo San Lucas, Hawaii, the Cayman Islands, now all those other places, and um, Destin, Florida, I must say, has the prettiest sand that I can remember anyway. But it's all pretty. And the sun was a lot hotter than the sun in the United States. I mean, you can just tell a difference on your skin. Just it's a stronger sun. We were only like 31 miles north of Venezuela, I think. So we were a lot closer to the equator than I've ever been. And I didn't use sunscreen once. And I also did not get in my swimsuit once or go in the pool once because I'm not going to show my legs. And I didn't get a lot of sun. I wasn't trying to. I try to stay away from the sun, keep the sun off my face. You know, like when I was a teenager, I wanted all the sun I could get, of course. I think that's why I have so many wrinkles, being in the sun too much and smoking. Yeah, so I try to keep the sun off my face pretty much now. Oh boy. Let's see. I think my cigarette went out. I can't wait till this cold's gone. But now I've never edited a film that I've made before, and I got a few videos. In Miami, and then again on the boat, and like I said, the free boat, the ship, and of the free winds. And I could kick myself for not taking more videos and photos of people that I met, and like just taking random group pictures. And that was the dumbest thing that I didn't do. I'm hoping I can email some people and maybe get some photos sent to me. I can't believe I didn't take more pictures. But I'm going to try to edit these videos and put something together that will show a little of our fun and maybe be a little education thrown in there and some humor. And I don't know how my editing skills are. I don't have very much faith in being able to do this, but I will try. I'll try to make a film, maybe a little recap of the trip, the cruise. But Aaron showed up with Feral Cheryl. We all got there on Friday night, the 20th, which was my birthday. But everybody was too excited. Nobody remembered, which is okay. I felt a little left out, but it wasn't too bad. There were several birthdays that whole week. So Aaron and Feral Cheryl were there before we left, and they came back and were there. I think they got there maybe Saturday, and we didn't get there till Sunday. But I got some good videos the Friday night when we got there. Like I said, being sick and having to leave early was very upsetting. Like I missed a big chunk of the get together after the cruise. But oh well. I still had a great time, and Aaron's the same in person as he is on camera. And Jenna, I introduced myself to her, but I was feeling so sick, so I didn't really explain who I was or anything like that. And I had written Natalie and sent Natalie a couple of little SPTV necklaces that I made, and a bracelet, I think. And anyway, I introduced myself to Natalie and to Aaron's 3 teenage girls that were there. They were pretty and cute and real friendly. Well, the oldest one seemed to be the most talkative. She was real friendly, and the other 2 were more quiet. But like I said, I was not around anyone for very long. George was there. What's his channel? Growing Up or Surrounded by Scientology. He was there. He talked to me for a minute. And I think who else? I think that might have been all that came from Clearwater. Like I said, Cheryl came back and she was a sweetheart. I got a body Satan from her. I love it. And I gave her some of the little blown glass squirrel earrings that I made that she absolutely loved. And yeah. Other than that, that's about it for right now. I guess I could keep on going on and on and on and tell more and more stories, but I'll have more stories to tell and some funny things to tell once I try to edit my videos and put them together and try to have more of a storyline. I'll try to do that. I can't say that I'm going to be able to do it in the next couple of days. I'm going to wait till I feel better. But anyway, I just wanted to pop on and say hi and say how much I missed you guys. And I'm so glad to be back. And I've got to start packing up my studio. Hopefully, we'll sell the house so we can move while it's cool this fall or in winter. And I'm going to be announcing the new channel game plan in the next day or two. So I thank you for being here and listening. And I promise I'll have more. Y'all have a great day wherever you are, or a great evening if you're in that part of the world. And like I said, I'm just so glad and thrilled to be back. And I love doing this. I love this community. And I will talk to y'all on the flip side. Bye now.